Hi, I'm Matt from Exit Games TTG, and today I'm going to be showing you how to play a game called I'm Not the Thief. I'm Not the Thief is a party game for 3 to 9 players that is all about the players improvising stories based off prompts they're given. One of the players is not given a prompt. That player is the thief. Let's start off by taking a look inside the box. There's one rule sheet, one stolen insert, 9 card sleeves, 300 item cards, and 30 character cards. Now the first thing you want to do when you open this is to take one of the card sleeves and put the stolen insert in it. This is necessary for playing the game, and it could easily be lost. Once you put it in a sleeve, it pretty much stays there for the rest of your playing of the game, unless one of the sleeves becomes damaged or marked in any way. I will be demonstrating how to play a 5-player version of I'm Not the Thief. To help me with that, I'm joined by these players: Henry, Harmony, Allie, Belinda, and Tom. First, everyone needs something to write on and something to write with. This is used for writing down who you think the thief is. Also, one player will be the scorekeeper, but we'll get to that later. The game starts out with one player being the dealer. The dealer takes out the number of sleeves as there are players. In this game we have 5 players, so we'll take out 5 sleeves, making sure one of them is the stolen sleeve. They then, with the sleeves face down, draw from the draw side and put a card in each sleeve. This is done face down so the dealer doesn't see what's going in either. You might, when it's new, make sure with your finger that this card is behind the stolen insert. Sometimes it goes in front of it when it's new. The dealer then mixes them up and deals 1 to each player face down, including the dealer themselves. When all the players have their cards, you go around the room and everyone says that they're not the thief and what object they have. They also show the picture, blocking out the bottom part so you can't see if they're the thief or not. So I would say, I'm not the thief, but I have a paper crane. This is good to give players time to think about what it is they're going to say, also so you can look around the room and see who has what. I'm not the thief, but I have a pillow. I'm not the thief, but I have handcuffs. I'm not the thief, but I have a rolled up newspaper. I'm not the thief, but I have a lava lamp. I'm not the thief, but I have a paper crane. Then the players go around the room a second time. This time they tell the story of why they have the object on the card. They use the prompt on the card as a springboard to improvise a story that's funny or silly, creative, whatever. You don't want to read the prompt exactly. You embellish it, make it your own. Make it a story that includes a bit of the content or the spirit of the prompt. You don't want to get too far off. It's kind of a gray area. Just make up a good story and the prompt helps you out. So lately I've been doing some babysitting for some friends, friends' kids, and this one family, the dad's a cop, and these kids, I tell you, are crazy. They run around just insane. So the other night I was like, well, I got a couple hours before they get home, so I handcuffed the kid to the doorknob of his room, and I felt bad about it, but it was like, he can tell them whatever, they won't believe him, but that's why I have handcuffs, just, for babysitting. If you have a card that has the stolen insert in the sleeve, then you are the thief. You have to tell a story as well, but don't have a prompt. You want to make it believable so the other players think you have a prompt also. After everyone's told their story, they take their paper and pen and write down who they think the thief is. If you're the thief, you just write the word thief. Then, when everyone's ready, on a count from 3 to 1, everyone reveals at the same time who they think the thief is. 3, 2, 1. The players flip their papers, revealing who they wrote. Looks like Tom was the thief. Allie picked Tom. Henry picked Belinda. Harmony picked Tom. And Belinda picked Henry. Now it's time to score. If you correctly identify the thief, you get points equal to the number of players minus 1. So in a 5-player game, every round that you correctly identify the thief, you'll get 4 points. For a 6-player game, you'd get 5 points. For a 7-player game, you'd get 6 points. So Allie and Harmony both picked Tom, who was the thief. So they both get 4 points each for this round because there are 5 players. If you are the thief, you get 1 point for every person who you fooled, everyone who did not write down your name. If you fool all the players, then you also get 2 additional bonus points. Tom fooled both Henry and Belinda, so he gets 2 points. Henry and Belinda don't get any points this turn. At the end of every round, the thief must pick one player whose story they liked the best, for whatever reason they want to. Tom, who is the thief, liked Harmony's story about the handcuffs, so he gives her 1 extra point at the end of this round. And that is the scoring for this round. Rounds continue like this until a player wins. The winning score is determined by the number of players times 5. So in a game of 5, the winning score would be 25. The scorekeeper might write this down at the top of the scorecard to remind everybody. Everyone gives their cards back to the dealer, who then takes the cards out of the sleeves and puts them back in the discard side of the box. The sleeves in the box are then passed to the next player to be the next dealer. There's just a couple more things you have to keep in mind. One of those is special instructions. Some of the cards have italicized words like this that are special instructions. These are meant to be not read aloud, but followed. For instance, with this one, Piñata, for the fiesta is the prompt. In italics, the special instructions are, every player who has a food or drink card gains 1 extra point at the end of the round. You would not read that, but at the end of the round, you would reveal you had special instructions. Often there are random points like this, and sometimes they break the rules. You just don't read what it says until after the round's done and it's time for scoring. The other thing to keep in mind is the other part of the box that have the character cards. The character cards are an optional rule you can use maybe after a few rounds to just add another element to the game. These have various behaviors and mannerisms that people will enact during the rest of the game. You'd pass these out to each person, and then for the rest of the game they would have their card and they would follow the instructions on it. It's like this one here says, speak in a foreign accent, don't seem to understand much of what people are saying. So if you decide to use character cards and you have this card, you would follow those instructions. These again are optional, but they're kind of fun near the end of the game when people start to understand the game, or maybe once everyone's played the game a couple times, you can start off the game with character cards. So that's how you play the game I'm Not the Thief. I hope you have a good time playing. If you have any questions or comments, you can go to exitgamesttg.com or email me at exitgamesttg@gmail.com. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.